My name is Brian Crystalline Rojas, straight out of Trigger City, Tampa, Florida, hired by Hernan Roldan. And we are so fired up with our Alliance Couture, our Alliance gear.
Our swag.
Our swag, baby. And we are so fired up for this experience. First time trip, 2 years in the business. We missed Hawaii. Hernan called me through FaceTime and he said, you cannot miss Paris, baby. So we started putting in some appointments. We started putting in the activity. We started putting in the work. There were time of doubts. There were time of not knowing if we were gonna make it, but we made it through, baby. And the experience has been far to none. Favorite thing, man, we went out with Tim Goat to the Eiffel Tower, walking, and just seeing the Eiffel Tower lighting up, you know, taking some pictures with my wife was just amazing. We had a chance to eat crepes, crepes with the Goat Ministry.
We even saying crape.
Crape. We call them crepes. But just hanging around with people, building relationships, sightseeing, you know, the Eiffel Tower. Who gets to see the Eiffel Tower in person, you know?
The Mona Lisa, even though we were like 200 people behind the Mona Lisa, it was still an awesome experience just to be able to take that selfie and say we were there.
Guys, the experience has been amazing, but the fact that the average person from where I'm from does not get to do this, where nobody just comes to Paris, and if you do, who comes to Paris with 200 of their best friends? And on top of that, who comes to Paris to the Western, guys, to the Western? It's unheard of, you know, and we are so blessed, we are so humbled to be a part of a small thread of people that go against the grain, that go against the currents, you know, that want to make a difference, that want to fight a war against poverty and are doing it. And we get to be elevated with these people. So I am just so grateful that we were able to be here with these leaders today.
I know the closest my family has ever gotten to coming to Paris has been Las Vegas, that fake Eiffel Tower. And so I can actually say that I've been here to Europe. None of my immediate family has been to Europe. So this is just amazing. This is a game changer. Because we know for a fact that our family, when we have one, our children are going to experience this, our children's children. I mean, this is just like, we're breaking generational curses.
Come on, baby.
Everybody can do it. If we can do it, and we are far, 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 far from perfect, anybody can do it. You just got to have that WANTTO, that want to.
That want to.
And if y'all want to do this, y'all can do it. We believe in you.
Hey y'all, we are Marcus and Carly Richardson, hired by Andy Albright, been around for a while, but this is one of my favorite trips. We are in Paris, getting to experience all the sights, taste all the food, and get to experience the Paris feel. A couple days ago, we went to see the catacombs. That's all the skulls and walking through, seeing all the dead folks. I didn't know what we were getting into. My wife said we're going to see the catacombs. I said, cool, get down there, see some skulls. A little freaky, but I enjoyed it. Everything's been awesome. We also went to the Louvre Museum. The Louvre Museum is one of those things where you gotta go several times to see everything. We didn't even get through a quarter of it, but that was incredible to see everything at the Louvre Museum. The next part of this is getting to Alaska. So getting here was not simple. It's easy, but not simple, meaning we put in the work, made the calls, got hung up on, got told no. It's what we do though. I don't mind getting told no for experiences like this because this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It'll change your life, change your world. We want you to come to Alaska with us. 115,000. But if you're a go-getter and an overachiever, we want to see you in Seattle, 200,000. We're looking forward to seeing you guys with us. Come with us, y'all. We're the Alliance family. We'll see you in Alaska.
for news and information with the Alliance. Now, let's hear for our President and CEO, Andy Albright.
Thank you, Billy. That sounded a little different, man. I like that. I got some interesting, I hope it's some good information for you today. I see Maxims out there about in the road. Be careful out there, Bo. We got a new guy, George, on here from California. Linda Goebel's team is exploding. Emily Katz, her first full-time venture in her life, chose not to take a real job. Got one of these non-real jobs called building a business. What do you think about that, George? 19 years old, graduated North Carolina State, and going full-time, not even going to take a job.
Well, that's awesome. That's what I should have done a long time ago.
Well, I'm going to encourage young people around the world, free enterprise. Let's build this thing. Capitalism, America. Got another young couple on here, Jake and Varay. Joseph, 3 first names. Kicking butt, taking names. Bell Krause and Jake, Warriors. We just hired a couple people in the Washington area. They'd love to meet up with y'all. And actually, there's a guy down under Patrick Connors that's headed up that way. What's my man's name there, Max, and works in your office with Rojas? You know that kid's name?
Oh, Jose.
Jose. Yeah, Jose's
Compton?
headed that
Yeah.
way. What's Jose's last name?
Compton.
Yeah, Jose Compton. That's a good name right there. He could been like a world champion wrestler with that name, Jose Compton, or a WWE or a WFC or something. Jose's headed that way, so I told him I'd hook him up with you also. Here's the hookup right here. So we ain't got a lot of time, activity call today, but I want to start out with this. I think this applies to everybody on this call except for George, because he's not with us yet. Well, he's coming on board, but I thought something like I'm obsessed, like fanatical about this business. Like, I check my text, I check my WhatsApp, I go on the ARC and look and see what's going on, and occasionally I'll look at our private Facebook to see who's posting, and I just rotate around, and I think people outside of this little group right here, there's some other people that are obsessed. I think you guys are obsessed. I want to tell you that not only do you have permission to be obsessed, and it's okay, but you need to find one more person that'll get upset. Like, I'm wondering if you could get this Mark character, Burroughs, I think it is. I wonder if you could get him obsessed. Okay? Like, for example, send Kia his email or text and say, hey, let's invite Mark on this call. If Mark jumps on this call, that will show you his obsession. So what happens is you set the rope really low. Like, anybody can check on a Zoom. All you can do is click. But you got to be available for the obsession. Make sense? Like here's, Robbie knows this, Chris Hill knows this, Tia knows this. I tell them to have me in the corner of their eye at every meeting that I'm at. Like, if I went like this to Robbie, if I said, like that, Robbie, just lean in. Robbie, just lean. See, I don't want Robbie to be, you with me? Like, so if I'm in a meeting, like, you have to be obsessed. Does that make sense? What I'm telling you is, like, if one of y'all are hurting, and you post it on the WhatsApp or on premium financing or the para group, I'm going to see it. When I post something, a lot of times what I'll do, you can look at this thing and you can see who's looked at it within the first 5 minutes. Okay? You can tell. And so what you're looking for is people that will watch what's out or watch what you're doing. It's like you want Mark to see you out of the corner of your eyes. I want him, he needs to know where you are at all times. Now, I'm a big NC State fan, but I am not obsessed. I was thinking today, if they asked me on this trip to become one of the board of trustees, I'm going to have to say, I don't know, because I'm not obsessed. Like, they have these calls. I'm not on every call. I jumped on a call today because I know Elliot, the baseball coach, would be on there. And afterwards, I listened to about 7 or 8 minutes about what's going on with COVID on campus. And I was like, blip, hang up. I ain't got time for this. I just don't care whether kids are having to wear a mask in, you with me? It's just like, it's just 2 months. But here, I want to know everything. I want to know what carriers are issuing. I want to know where Andy is next week. You know, I want to know, I just want to know everything about what I'm doing. I want to stay in constant communication as opposed to being obsessed with the government, obsessed with politics, obsessed with what, I don't even know what to say, obsessed with the right wings, obsessed with the left wings. You know, what's going on with the riots in Seattle? Do they still own a block or 2 blocks, or who cares? Now, if I'm in Seattle, I want to know how to avoid that area, but then that's about the extent of it. I don't want to know who the leader is. I just like, what I don't know is impressive. Like, y'all wouldn't be surprised how dumb I am about other stuff, but how smart I am about this stuff. Smart meaning what moves it forward and what moves it backward. That's my intelligence, is what moves it forward and what moves it backward. That's my intelligence. So I wanted to have George on here for a couple of reasons. One, he's brand new and I like him. 2, he's part of a deal that I'm committed to. I'm going to talk about 3 C's today: commitment, consistency, and completion. Consistency, commitment, completion, mix them up. I don't care. I'm committed to this thing that Adam and Andy Riddle are doing, so I'm obsessed. So I am going to do everything I can to make it a success. So in each endeavor, if Emily is trying to pay her bills, she's brand new, right out of college, moved to Florida, she's obsessed, and I'm obsessed with helping her pay her bill. Now, to get her business to become successful, I'm obsessed with getting her 3 or 4 wives. So I got to figure out how, this is a big word, HOW, how to do this, okay? So how to be committed to getting it successful, what Andy Riddle and Adam Katz is doing. How to get committed to Emily. How to get committed to you and Jake and Beret. How, okay? So one of the things I have tools or tricks to exhibit consistency, okay? So one of them is called a Google spreadsheet. And I have on this Google spreadsheet people that I have identified that I want to invite on these calls quickly, right? I see Mark Burrows on there. Woohoo! He must be obsessed. He at least looks at his text from you, right? He ain't scared, you know, to get on a call, jump on. See, I'm obsessed with getting things to happen, but it's what things matter and what things don't matter. This is huge in life. Now, as a matter of fact, the guy that I was talking to in Washington, he told me something about one of his kids would always have to stay at home. They'd never live alone, or they would have to live in an assisted living. And I was like, that's interesting. Belle Krause and Jake have a child that's like that has needs that somebody's going to have to help them live their life. So I'm always thinking, how do I connect people and give them a better chance of victory, a better chance of winning? Well, for me, George, the best chance I have winning with one person is to get them to get another person. That doubles my odds of success. If I can get them to get 3 people, it quadruples my odds of success. And then these 3 that I have underneath this person, I have 3 different spots to get another person deep. So one of the things, Linda, that I'm obsessed with is going deep, 12 deep. Yes, hiring people is wonderful, but without depth, you got nubs, I call them. They're just little nubs out there. You know, they're not legs. They're not organizations. They're just little nubs that will fall off and to wivel up and die. But you take something 12 deep, you're going to get 3 people in here, 3 people somewhere in here that'll do this thing. And one of the best tools I have ever in the history of my life, I cannot believe what the ARC is putting together now with this, with these bubbles, drawing out your group. And now Robbie has instructed the team to put bubbles in of anybody that's fast-tracked in the last 90 days. And then to turn that bubble green if they've sold something in the last 90 days. So this organization right here is smoking. Let's see. Look at all these. Yeah, there you go. This is Andy Katoon. By the way, if Katoon was listening, he would be obsessed. I know he's in a job, but he might be sneaking and listening to this, or he might not be. Depends on how obsessed he is. So if I'm Brandon, who hired Andy, I'm getting Brandon to call or text Andy and say, hey, you should be on this call. He's showing your group. Now, if you said who's winning more, Andy, who hired Vinny, or is Vinny winning more? I'd go with Vinny, not Andy. Then if I look down to Jeff Schultz, who's winning more, Vinny or Jeff? I would go Jeff. Look how Jeff has one leg that's 3 deep, another leg that's 2 deep and 3 wide, and see those green spots on there? Linda, this is a smoking leg, okay? So if I'm Brandon, or me who hired Brandon, I'm calling these people at the deepest point, and I'm going to say things to them like I say to Jorge or George. He wants to be. George, do you prefer George or Jorge? Which one do you like? Which one gets you thinking about money?
George.
I like George. I tell you, George is my daddy's name. He spelled it different than you. That's my daddy's name. You told me, and here's the things I would say if I'm down at the bottom. What I'm going to say to him going forward, I'm going to quit coming back to this, Linda, but this is what I say to George. I go, George, you told me you were a single dad or something like that, right?
Yes, correct. Single dad of 2 kids.
How old are your children?
They're 13 years old.
Are they twins?
Yes, a boy and a girl.
Do they get along good?
Oh, yeah, they're awesome.
Are they in good health?
Yes, yes.
Do you have to split time with mom?
No, I don't.
Do you full-time got them?
Yes.
Well, I can appreciate what you're going, but I can't comprehend it because I've always had my wife taking care of the children, and I'm kind of goofy. I changed the diapers once on Haley and once on Spencer.
Oh, wow.
And I was told that I didn't do a fantastic job, and so I got relieved of that duty. I almost threw up.
Yeah.
Well, I was pretty close. If I'd have threw up, it would have been a mess. I held Spencer's arm. I sprayed him off first time with a hose. She caught me doing it. I thought I was doing a good job. I thought he was having fun. I was keeping him at a safe distance. 13, a boy and girl. We got a boy and girl. Our daughter is 20 something, 26. That's right. And Spencer's 23. And they're both in business with us. That's a big endorsement when you bring your kids in. What George, what did you do before insurance? What's been your big career highlight?
What I used to do was I used to work at a senior assisted living facility, and I was the operations manager. So I would handle all the buildings, all the small apartment units, and whatever the senior citizens needed.
And why? How many years were you doing something like that?
Gosh, I did that over 20 years.
Nice. So did you work your way up from the bottom?
Yes, I did. I started when I started doing that, I was repairing refrigerators, and then I worked my way up.
Okay. Now, where are you? What city are you in?
I'm in Los Angeles, in La Mirada, California.
Los Angeles. All right. So what I do, so I'm thinking, like I can't tell you everything that's going through my mind, but I can tell you, I start pulling up where is Los Angeles compared to other stuff. Like, we got friends that work down in Rancho Cucamonga. We got people in Bakersfield, Fresno, Stockton, Oklahoma, Sacramento. Sacramento's way the heck up there. Redding's way up there.
Yes.
Where is when the girl that Angela Manzo, where's she live? Anybody know? Is she in Bakersfield? Who knows the answer to that?
She's in Florida now, I think.
I know she's in Florida now, but when she's in California, where is she? Nobody knows where Angela Manzo lives. What's wrong with y'all?
Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara. Okay. So I'm looking where Santa Barbara is. So like literally, if I was talking to him, this is what I would be doing. I would be writing down, and I would be texting Riddle. I would be texting Leventovich, where does Angela and I would try to see. I'm trying to logistically strategize to do this. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Because it would improve my odds and improve George's odds. You said that both kids are in good health, George?
Yes. Yeah.
Are they into athletics or art or?
They just do a lot of little different things. They're into animals. They like reptiles and stuff. That's what they're into right now.
Like snakes?
Snakes, iguanas, tarantula. Yeah. Yeah.
Lord, do you have any in the house?
We do.
What do you have?
Gosh, we have iguanas, tarantulas, just a bunch of different. We had a scorpion, he passed away. So yeah, so they enjoy all that. Yeah. But it sounds like I'm close to, I think you mentioned Rancho Cucamonga.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be closer than going up north towards Santa Barbara and all that.
Yeah. Well, before I get too far, I want to tell you that you're family now. Your name's George. My daddy's name was George. And you're on a Zoom call, so you're invited to our family reunion. It's coming up the end of July. We're going to have Robert Van Winkle there. Everybody you see, all these pictures you see on here, all these people are going to be here. Did we lose him? George, we lose you? Come unconnected. I hope I didn't mess him up when I called him family. Okay, see how quickly I'm going to invite to family reunion? What I want to do, Steve Maxim, all those, matter of fact, pull Maxim's group up, Robbie. What I'm trying my best to do is to get in depth. And the way I do that is so left-handed. It's not, I say that, it's so from left field. What I try to do is I try to get on the same side of the table as the person I'm working with. If I can connect and be their friend, not superficially either. Robbie, I think a lot of our people across the country, Belle, I think a lot of our people, they just, all they care about is themselves and they're trying to get depth because they care about themselves, and it failed. Now, you could either care about yourself and hide it, or you care about them and you're terrible at communicating. If we said commitment, consistency, and completion, we could also throw in communication. They're not communicating that I'm committed to George's success, and I'm consistent with George's success, and I'm going to be there for the completion of his success. You tracking with me? Like, it's just because why? I'm obsessed. So I'm quickly getting a feel for the family. I know he don't have to worry about mama switching time. His kids are healthy. What age? And there's a lot more that I'm going to find out as we talk. How about this? 20 years. Okay, so Steve, you see what I'm saying, where I'm going with this? How do you, that's not what I saw last time I looked at it. Hey, current month, Rob. Let's see what happened.
And there, hear us? No. Oh, yeah.
There we go. That's what I saw the last time. Okay. All right. So here's what we're working with, Steve, is a pretty flat group. When you say, here's what people say, well, when you look at it like that, was clearly I need to get depth. So you're putting people in, okay? And I don't see, okay. All right, so Rosa is over there in Orlando, and she's got 3 opportunities: Jose, Daniels, and Luis, okay? So I am going to go like a laser, like go, talk, chit-chat. I want Andy to meet him. I want Katz to meet him. I want my wife talking to him. And all we're doing is we're trying to figure out how to get one more deep, okay? It's just, it's an obsession to get 12 deep, okay? And I see a lot of organizations, I see them going straight down, but good news is you're putting in width. So the good news is you own your own business. Scroll up. Matter of fact, let's do this, Robbie. Can you back out, log in, and show his upline? I got it on the tip of my tongue. And Argenio. So do the Argenios. See this. All right. This business is so simple. So simple. But if you don't do the simple stuff, it will not work. Okay. So, all right. So here we go. So look who's got the most wit. Steve Maxim. Scroll over, Robbie, and let's see who else has wit. So who is that? My boy, Jason. Jason's got some wit. Okay. All right. Scroll out so I can see how wide Jason is. Okay. So Jason is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide. Versus, don't need to go back, but I guarantee you Steve's is more. And also look at the freshness of Steve's. They're all orange. But look how Jason is starting to get depth in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legs. Now, speed of depth. If you could get 12 down orange, Steve, who is this over here? Sid. Oh man, Sid's been putting people in. I saw him out there in El Paso. So if I'm Adam Katz, Sid's putting all these. Look at all that fresh faces, oranges and a new green. All right, scroll out so I can see. I'm thinking Sid is another leg of Argenios. So Argenios have 3 smoking depth legs. Guess what they need to do, Steve? Put in width. Make sense? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not complicated, is it? They need to put in width. You need to put in depth. People say, well, there's a contest going for width. Cool. I mean, woohoo. There's a lottery going on in the state of North Carolina, but I ain't buying no ticket. It's a multi-billion-dollar lottery. I'm not buying no ticket. well, they're running a promotion. You should try to win. I ain't trying to win. I'm trying to win. I'm not trying to win a little battle. I'm trying to win the war on life. So Andy, do you want me to not put in wit? Well, I don't mind you putting in more wit, but I damn sure need you to put you in some depth. That makes sense? So, Andy, how do I do it? Well, I was trying to tell you until George went away. I don't know what had happened to my man. He's out there in California. You know, they got situations going out there. Okay. I'm calling them up. I'm asking a lot of questions about their family, and I'm thinking through. I'm going like, hey, man, family reunion. Oh, here's what I'll do, too. I'll put them on rapid funnel. Have y'all heard about this dadgum app? So I'm going to load Jorge in there. George. I'm going to load George in there, and I'm going to start. Y'all know how to do this yet? This app's going to be, it's already crazy. I'll go on there, and I'll add George in there, and I will start sending him George. I will start sending him and communicating with him little apps, little videos. See if he's watching. There he goes. There he goes. I'm going to import him into my wizard. I think people don't do this because it only takes a minute to add him in. It only takes a minute to send him a message. Only takes a minute. But people will take a minute and see what the President Joe Biden is doing. They will take a minute and make a comment about, I don't know, crypto technology or something. And I'm going like, everything takes a minute. I'm going to schedule a reminder. So I hit the plus sign. All right. No, I meant the contacts. Go to you. Let's see. Contact. Show them how to add a contact. Yeah, hit the plus sign. That's what I did. And then I go up here, scroll down a little bit so we can see it. Do you want the info? I'd go one contact because mine has not had success doing multiple contacts. So I'm going to do a date, select a date. I'm going to do it Saturday, tomorrow. Really, it just get a date in there as a reminder to talk to George again tomorrow. Okay, add somebody in there. You added them in? Now go to that contact if you've added them in, the one that you did. You got to have their name. Hey, you got to have their name and their number. Every time I import a name, it comes in other. And I have to retype their name in under mobile. But it looks like Emily has her mobile in there. Okay? So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my man, George, and I am going to send him a resource. I'm going to send him, you save it. I'm going to send him an invite for a previous survey. And I'm going to do anything to start interacting with him. Invite pre-written survey. I'm going to text it to him. That's what it says. Cancel that and send it. Click on down there. Yeah, there you go. That's interesting. Who's running that? You run that, Robbie, or is Tia?
Tia, Ray.
Okay, so what you want to go is go to your contact, Tia, and go to, not add one, but go to your contact. All right, now go scroll down to the one you just added, because they're always going to be down at the bottom. I think they are. You scroll all the way down to the bottom. Doesn't look like you added that girl. But let's just use Brandon Beal. It don't matter who we... There she was. I just saw her. Okay, so scroll down so we can see it. Well, never mind. You're in good shape. It's me. All right, so now I'm going to go to Send Resources. Click on Send Resources. Opportunity. Intro. I'm going to text her the invite for the pre-written survey and just hit text down there. Yep. Choose cell phone. Boom. Boom. There you go. All right. So all that is, think about this. And Jake and Veray, think about it like this. If a little boy, I don't know when they start liking little girls, if they do, but when a little boy likes a little girl, or a little boy wants to make a friend to play baseball with, here's what he'll do. He'll walk up to him and say, hey, like that. And when they say something back like, what do you want to be like? I'm just trying to be nice. Oh, okay. Or he might come over. Then next time he'd get me over creative, he'd be like, hey, where'd you get that hat? I like that hat. Little compliment. Where'd you get that hat? What happens is they start to become friends. Then they can come over and play baseball together. See how that works? If all you do is hire people and all you do is hire them and never build a relationship, we ain't gonna get nothing out of it. Does that make sense? You just have to build a relationship. And this app gives me a way to interact with people and see when they interact with me. Okay? Yeah, text this George and see what's up with him, because I did want to finish this. I did want to continue it. Hey, let me.
I'll promote him back now.
Oh, promote him back on? Okay. All right, good deal. Okay. So Jeff did a lot of work on these C's. So let me, commitment drives you to consistency, and consistency is what keeps you going. And then completion is the reward, like boom, yeah. But the problem, the good thing with this business and the bad thing with this business is it's 24/7, 365. It never ends. The good news with this business, your income level, I just heard the chancellor say that all the university professors have not had a raise in 3 years. Not a 1%, 2%, 3%, zero raise in 3 years. This business is unlimited income. Okay, so the things I'm saying, Jake, is what I would be saying to a new person. Chancellor said NC State ain't had a raise in 3 years, but this unlimited. So there's so many things, there's so many dynamics that's happening. George, what happened? Did we lose you earlier?
Yeah, my internet for some reason went out, and I was able to get in, but I could hear you, but you guys weren't able to see me.
Yeah, that California, you need to talk to those guys. So look, we got to keep our internet connection going, man.
Yes.
Some of my friends, one of them moved to Florida and one of them moved to Vegas. Like, come on now, we need to populate California. So I was inviting you to our family reunion. It's the end of the month, end of July. Robert Van Winkle is a kind of a famous artist. He sings this song called Ice, Ice, Baby. Ice.
Oh, yeah.
Some people call him Vanilla Ice. He's going to be doing a concert. We're going to have Dr. Caracas Watkins coming up from Alabama, somewhere, Mississippi, I think Alabama. He is an engineer and he is a motivational speaker, educational speaker, good friend of mine, good family man. The Goads are going to be there. Bree Goad, Blake Goad, Gay Goad, Kim Goad, all the Goads. And all the people you see are going to be here. They're going to be here, and you can mingle. It's a networking event of the century. Executive vice presidents of carriers, presidents of carriers. I mean, if you're going to get into this, you need to get into this. So there's the reunion invite right there. So if somebody's going to find that, Robbie, where do they find that? Is that on the ARC somewhere? Easy to find?
Yes, sir. It's on the ARC. And if you go to AllianceFamilyReunion.com, it'll take you to the same place.
Alliance, ALIANCE, FamilyReunion.com.
Yep. And it's also under the team tab under ARC.
Nice.
Second one from the top, it says 2021 Family Reunion.
AllianceFamilyReunion.com. Okay. Right there. Family reunion tickets here. Okay. So the crazy thing about what we do at our family reunion is we got meals. Like we come on this campus, we come in there to learn. We got breakfast, lunch, and dinner, baby. And it's all part of the price. You cannot come to Burlington and eat for that price. It's going to cost you more than that. You get all the convention free and pay whatever it is, $3.99 for the food. Because once you're there, baby, we're 24/7, man. We're meeting people, we're networking. I guarantee people 100% of their money back if on Sunday afternoon they come to church, we have an optional worship service. They come in, they say, man, I didn't get my money's worth, I bet. Here it is. Adios, amigos. Good doing business with you. Love you. In 29 years, I've had one person. He wasn't right in the head, but I gave him his money back, and I didn't even care. Out of 29 years, that's not a bad record. I hate he messed it up, but what are you going to do? There's one in every group, right? One in 29 years. So if you ain't got to come, we ain't going to be mad if you don't come. We don't mind if you don't come, but we sure would like for you to be there and introduce you to the rest of our family. Bring your kids, whatever you got to do, leave them at home, get them babysitters. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I had some expensive babysitters when we had young kids. My wife was expensive, but I ain't talking about her. I'm talking about when me and her had to go somewhere, we had to hire, we'd always hire young couples, husband and wife, so they could keep all four eyes on them youngins, take them four-wheeling, take them fishing, take them to the zoo, take them all kinds of stuff, educational stuff, fun stuff, so they didn't hate when they're babysitters. Matter of fact, my kids was fired up when the babysitters coming like, what time are they going to be here? Like, calm down. They'll be here. What time are they going to be here? We're going to ride four-wheelers. They was like something they were doing that was fun, and they were smart kids, too. We didn't like the dumb ones. We didn't invite babysitters that we didn't like. We'd be like, no. Like, you ever babysitters slap them out while they're eating? I'd be like, don't have them French kids. And your kids be copying them, slapping their mouth. Yeah. Get good babysitters, high-dollar babysitters. Because I want to do some business where I don't know how to get a babysitter. I don't know what that is. You want to be the chancellor of the university? You want to be the president of the United States? You want to be an engineer? You gotta do it. You want to be a professional? That's just something you gotta do. But see all the things I'm saying, like I'm just, and they said they won't remember all this. Well, about the fifth time I talked to them, they remember it. I'm gonna talk about the same stuff all the time. Okay, let me come back to this completion and stuff. All right, hey, what do you think, George? If we could get you to say, listen, if we could get you making some money so that you see this thing's gonna work quick, is there a possibility that you could come out to our family reunion in North Carolina at the end of July?
Yeah, definitely.
A definite possibility. Okay, cool. All right. Listen to this. Commitment is not, don't need to pull these up, Tia. No need. Commitment's not measured by how strongly you feel, but what you're willing to give up to dedicate to it. I just love this business. I want to be rich. Really? What are you willing to give up? Sleep? Are you willing to give up exercising? Are you willing to give up television? Are you willing to give up drugs? Are you willing to give up liquor? Are you willing to give up television? Are you willing to give up social media? Let me tell you this. I got some people. If they would get off of social media, their income would triple. But here's the thing. They only spend a minute on it, and it don't take away from their income. You see me winking? It's so distracting for them dum-dums. I like Brian Tracy. He says, if you don't listen to audios and you ride down the road listen to country music, you're going to have a wasted life. And I was like, I like country music. Are you willing to give up country music and listen to audios for a while? By the way, you don't have to do this forever. This is a temporary thing. You know, give me 2 years and I'll get you into the $1 million plus income, $100,000 a month, 100% guaranteed if you'll give me 2 years. The problem is people won't give up country music, and I get it. And that them drugs reel them in. The alcohol reel them in. They can't get off of it. Social media. They want to what does Candace Owens got to say? What has Biden got to say? What's CJ got to say? What's? And what about, how come they took the Indian away from the Mutual Omaha? Who cares? It's the Benjamins we looking for, baby. Why do we care? People care. C-A-R-E. They care about the wrong stuff. Watch this. And they don't care about what they need to care about. You see how I'm talking to your boy Burroughs? Care about this, don't care about this. They got the opposite. They care about what they shouldn't care about, and then they don't care about what they should care about. Like they don't care about what I got to say today. So they're not on this call. They don't care. So this is why I talk to people, Linda, that wide slice of people. I say all these things to them. I call this a rant. And then I'll ask them some questions like, Linda, how's your daughter doing?
Good.
She is.
Really good.
What's she up to these days?
Going to be a senior next year. So
Senior in high school or college?
high school. Yep.
Senior in high school. Does she intend on going to college?
Yep. We're in the hunt for which one right now. So
What's the field of endeavor that she would like to pursue?
crazy enough, she wants to be a constitutional historian.
Constitutional historian.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to make a lot of money, I think, to supplement lifestyle. So
Well, if that's what you want to do, we're going to show you how to do it. I have a friend who specializes in constitutional history. His name is Green.
Rick
Okay.
Green.
Huh?
Rick Green. Yeah.
I think you might be right. Rick Green might be his name. Let me look up. You have his phone number?
I don't, but we've been on she's been on some of his classes, his constitutional classes.
So she's been on his classes, virtual.
Yep.
Has she ever thought about going to one in person?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I wouldn't give this to just anybody, but since it's you, I'm going to send you Rick Green's phone number. And you feel free to contact him and say, Andy Albright wanted to connect us.
Oh, my goodness.
And he's very famous, and he's very busy, and he's a very important person, very important to our Constitution. So you see what I'm doing, Jake? Instantly, how can I help this person? And by the way, I don't care. Like if George comes back to me, I know he's hired by Katz or Riddle, one of them. If he comes back to me and says, you know, I've been thinking about this. I really want to become a CAT scan expert. I'll be like, CAT scan expert? Holy cow, man. You detect cancer and all kinds of good stuff, man. You're like a doctor person. Have you thought about where you're going to go to school for that? Have you thought about how you're going to pay for it? Have you thought about, in other words, I just want Linda's daughter successful because when her daughter's successful, Linda's successful. And if George is successful in another endeavor outside of this, I'm happy with that. Right. Okay. What's the name of our happy marijuana people that we helped, Robbie? The guy that he gives me a lot of credit and wants me to coach them. And
their company is called EcoGen or something.
Yeah. What's the guy's name at the top?
Joseph Nunez.
Yeah, Nunez. So I don't care. Like he's with us, but I help him. All I want to do is help. I care. What I don't care about is people's opinions about Dookie. Like, I don't care. Like, well, here's what I think about the political situation. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to get you successful. You're the one I'll care about. What's your daughter's name again, Linda?
Paige.
All right, Paige.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is gonna mess her up a little. We're big fans of him, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
He'll talk to you. You just text him and see if he texts you back, and then figure out an excuse like, hey, when's and look up when his event. Say we're coming out, looking at sending our daughter out at this, this event that's coming up, or we're gonna see you there. Do a little research. Don't ask him where are you gonna be next. That's what people do. They text me, where are you gonna be next? Like you might all look at art, one thing, and see the plans, kind of be plugged in a little bit. We something else I want to tell you about Paige. Oh, I got a friend's daughter's name Paige. I said his name's Dwight. I said, Dwight, how's Paige doing? He said, Andy, she's really starting to get into the business, take ownership. I said, you didn't feel like she took ownership for you? He said, no. He's got a big annuity business, big annuity sales all over the country. And I work with him. He works with me. And he said, yeah, she's starting to take ownership. I said, do you feel like she was just kind of using the company for? He said, yeah, she's coming to work. She didn't care. She's just using the money and using me. I said, Paige is starting to do good. He said, Paige is starting to really get into it. I said, how old's Paige? He said, she's 40, turned 40 this year. She started getting serious about life when she's 40. He said, yeah, Andy, you need to be patient with your children.
Oh, no.
You need to be patient with your children. 40. I think some people are not patient enough with their kids. I know one guy I think's too patient with his children. But that's key. You know, you can't tell them what to do. My wife always wanted me to let them decide. I always want to give them the right answer, put it out in front of them, say, there's the answer, but you can decide whatever you want. There's the right answer, by the way. Here's the right answer. Do whatever you want to do. Here's the stupid answer. Here's another stupid answer. Here's another stupid answer. It's a choice, but there's the right one. And then I'll let them pick. And if they pick a stupid one, I'll be like, there you go. Patience, Albright, patience. So, what university is she considered going to for this constitutional historical analysis?
Hillsdale up in Michigan.
Hills.
It's a small private school. So back with the needing to make a lot of money part. So.
I got another friend, and I'm not as close to him, but if anybody does know him, I would like to get connected with him. His name is Bo Hines, Hines, Bo Hines. He went to NC State as a freshman, and he walked onto the football team, and he was miraculous receiver. He caught punt, ended up catching punts and returning. I was so excited about him coming back his freshman year, but he said he wanted to go to Harvard, I think, or Yale. And he's all into the constitutional stuff too. We're going to watch him close. He's a young guy, just graduated Yale, super smart, big credentials. We'll see. You see where I'm headed with this, George? Is Linda is killing it with us. But I want Linda to do more and become more successful. So the more I can recognize and pair, I promise you guys, she'll put in more width and she'll put in more depth. Right, Linda?
Absolutely. Yes.
Why is that, people? Why is that, Steve? Why do they do this of which I speak? I don't know, but I've been doing it 29 years. It's what works. And so I'll have phone calls with people, and this is the way it goes. These are the kind of conversations we have. I give them my connections. I get to, and then I listen to their connections. I find out, hey, how's Keith doing?
He's great.
Business good for him?
Yeah, crazy busy. Yeah.
Good.
But they got another holiday, so they're thrilled. So
they got another holiday?
Yeah, the Juneteenth is officially a holiday, so
fantastic. Is he that just means everybody gets one more paid day from the feds?
No, he's doing really well. His work is good. He's very involved in what we're doing here with the Alliance, and so the more and we're starting to talk about, what is in a couple of years, like planning to leave what he's doing and just be here full time. So we've got that on the radar for sure.
Hey, check this out, George. Watch this. Watch this question, Linda. Linda, what's the biggest gross year y'all had in your other company? Like where you just brought in a bunch of cash, not net, just gross. What's the best gross year y'all ever had?
3.6 million.
You brought in 3.6 million to the house in a 365-day period.
Yes, and if by house you mean the businesses, yes, not my personal house. Nothing to land over here. So.
Yeah. Well, they came through your LLCs, right?
100%, yeah. 3.
And then you paid out the staff, rent, inventory, insurance. Yay. You paid out to different things, and then you were able to keep something out of that 3.6 million, right?
I wish I could say yes. No, I don't think really anything hit our personal bank account.
So you paid out all 3.6 million you brought in.
Yeah, because we were in growth mode. So we were always funneling it back into the next building, the next business. So we were, and our mindset was, we're not going to reap the reward of it for 3 to 5 years. And we're just going to build it. And so every time, I mean, every penny that we cleared went back into the next building, the next venture. We had restaurants, coffee shops, distribution centers, third-party logistics companies. So we were always just reinvesting, and knowing that we were going to live on his salary and build a business on the side.
How many years were y'all just plowing in like that, Linda?
Four solid years in growth mode, and then when the economy crashed in 2008 and 9, then we were in survival mode for the next 2, and then we were done. So a 6-year run.
So tell George how happy you've been with this business since you found us.
It's amazing. So I've been profitable from really the start, which is unreal. And then it's just a matter of how much we make. So I think the flexibility of it to build it as fast as you want, the lack of risk, the no risk in it. I think the thing that has always made it kind of mostly impacted me, and Andy, you said it several years ago. You were chatting at a meeting, and you said making a difference. Right? We always talk about that, making a difference. And I think I never realized what I did for a living could make a difference. I always just thought it had to make money, and then I could go make a difference elsewhere. And what I love about what we're doing here is we make money, and we get to make a difference in the what we're doing, in lives of the agents and lives of our clients. And make a profit. Huge.
Okay, so I want to give you one example. Linda's a business lady. Couple master's degrees, Linda, something like that.
I have a science degree, a chemistry degree, and a master's in finance.
Okay. So then I'll turn around and give you a 19-year-old who's out there apparently working today and selling. Hey, Emily Katz, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. How are you doing, Andy?
Good. Have you made any sales today?
Not this morning, just been outdoor knocking.
Outdoor. Have you booked any appointments?
Nobody was home.
Nobody's been home so far. Have you seen any
I'll see people later on.
What's that?
I'll see people later on.
This damn COVID getting better has been a problem. Now people think they can leave their house. When COVID was around, we were making a killing.
They're supposed to know I'm coming.
Yeah. Okay. So you had a good kickoff when you first started your first week. Tell everybody what you did your first week in business out of college.
10,500.
10,500. That's issued premium. Not issued premium. That's submitted premium. Have you had some of that get issued?
Yes.
You started getting some paychecks?
Yes.
Okay.
I have had 2 of my paychecks this week off of what I did last week.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna be able to pay your rent?
Yes.
That's very important for your dad.
And go above that.
Say again?
And go above that.
And go above. So you're gonna be able to pay your rent and your utilities. Okay.
Yes. All of it.
Okay. Are you being crazy enough who you're meeting and looking around and stopping if you see somebody walking around?
Yeah.
No, you're not. You got to be crazier.
Not as crazy as I need to. I'm working on it.
Crazy is important. Tell everybody what your degree is and where you went to school and how'd you get through school so fast?
I graduated from NC State, North Carolina State University, back in May with a business marketing degree. And I graduated at 19 because I did an early college program in high school. So I started off my freshman year of college with 2 years of college already completed.
Good job. Focus. Focus. Okay. Maxim, who you got in the background there? Are they down there at the office?
We're down here we're in Orlando, actually. We got the whole team of Rosa's team over here. There's Rosa right here. There's Romulo. There's Jose. There's Luis. There's Danny. There's Daniela, Marisol. All right here in the office. We're doing some training today.
We got 2 Marisols in our business now. We got one out in Reno and we got one there in Orlando.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, how do you? I mean, name like Marisol Millionaire. That's an M&M.
Marisol Millionaire. See, right there.
Hey, Marisol. Me and Haley are coming down to the Treasure Island office in a few minutes. I was fired up to see y'all. I ain't gonna make it over to Orlando today. Hey, pull up Rosa's group, Robbie, or pull up Steve Maxim's group and show Rosa how she's looking on this doohickey thing we got.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, Rosa. Hola.
Todo bien. Mi amigo Steven.
Mucho dinero.
Mucha plata, sí, mucha. Mucho money.
Mucho dinero. Mucho Benjamin.
Yeah.
Un poco español.
Ah, ok, un poquito inglés.
Muy bien. All right, you got to go to current month, Robbie. I don't know why it's so much bigger, but I like it when it looks bigger like that. All right, check this out, Rosa. See how wide? These are all the people that Steve has hired, but the best one that he has hired. Spread it out, Robbie, so we see. And show her. See all these people that Steve has hired. You're the best one. You're numero uno.
Oh, you're numero uno.
Oh.
Numero uno. Rosa.
Oh, wow.
Woo-hoo. How about we need to get these other people fast tracked so we see their name on here. Is Daniela there and Jose, are they there in the room?
See. Yes.
Daniel.
Jose's right here. Daniela's right here.
Jose?
Danielle. Woo!
Daniel.
Oh, Danielle. Danielle and Daniela.
Okay. See how this works, Lisa? I mean, Linda, like if he can get them, he's there at Orlando, just get them going and find out about their children. And I mean, if he got that many people in a room, it's a lot to learn. But what you got to be doing, Steve, is you're looking around, looking for a spark of somebody that hope they got a shot.
Sorry.
They just hope they got a shot. And then you gotta fan that flame. You got a shot. You can do this. You got what it takes. This is not complicated. It's so simple. Here's what you got to do. And then you hand them a copy of my book. I don't see a copy of it laying around. You hand them a copy of the 8 steps to success. You'd be like, hey, look, here's what I need for you to do. I need for you to read the 8 steps to success. And look at this part and look at that part. And just start to get them in the obsession mode to get on board. But what I'm doing, if I'm Katz, I'm reaching out to all 3 of these people. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get Daniela and Jose to hire some more people. Like mama, brother, cousins, anybody. We got to get this thing going. This thing works. And then I want to introduce them to a Emily Catt or a Linda Goebel or a Belle Krause and say, look, you can do this. And if they're Spanish, if it sounds like they're really Spanish speaking, I'm going to want them to meet Gus and Mercedes. And like Mercedes don't hardly speak no English, but she said 90% of her clients are English speaking people, and she don't hardly speak language, but she does this a lot. And she will get on the phone and get somebody else on the line and make a sale. Her husband, Gus, he says, we need to sell to more Spanish people. She says, I need to sell to more people. She don't want to discriminate. She wants Benjamin. She wants dinero. No discrimination. Everybody got a checking account. We're going to get some money to get them people covered. You tracking with me? See how my rant goes, Steve? It's just a rant. Like I could talk for an hour and a half, 3 hours straight about this business. Other people, they give up. And by the way, I talk with intent. Is this helping, Jake?
Yes, sir. I'm going to assume you mean me.
Yeah, Jake Krause.
Yes, sir. Good. Relationships, it's the key.
All right. I'm going to, let's see. Make sure I'm doing everything. Rapid funnel. The arc is unbelievable. Forrester's has a contest going. Let's look at it real quick. See who's killing it. Tia, I think it may have been Jose.
Can you make me host again, please?
Never mind. That's all right. We don't have to do it. Oh, there it goes. All right, here we go. William Compton, Adam Beth Katz, Junior Correa, Mike and Michelle Alleman, Mark Hutchinson, Barbara, Abel Verastigi, Mia Fennell, Reagan, and Mike S. The Swells probably, and Lisa Arson, and Eric and Randy Cruz. Y'all, and everybody that sells a Forrester's policy in this 2-week period, there's a lottery for $1,000, $500, and $250. I'm pretty sure. So we're going to do lottery tickets. So this week, try to get you one app in a Forrester, every single person. Okay. All right. Good job. Hey, Lisa, oh yeah. This contest. Y'all people crazy. I like these people, all these bets about pie in the face or $100 or wear a clown suit. It's funny how people will go crazy over little stuff like this. Who we got? Harry Edwards, Jake Krause, and Mike Morisi are saying they're going to do better than Kelly Haney, Brandon Manley, and Mike Williams. Huh. All right. We'll see who gets a pie in the face. Come back to my videos, Lisa, Tia. All right. Obsessed. Let me do this. If you're clear on what you need to do, you don't get bored and you don't get tired. On the other hand, clarity is risk of embarrassment. So if I'm trying to get deeper, I risk embarrassment if I fail, but at least I'm clear and I don't get bored on it. If I don't have wit, Linda, and I'm clear that that's what I got to do, I stay engaged and I stay more consistent. I don't get tired. I don't get bored. Okay. All right. So winning solves everything. Any success, whether it's a sale, one more in width, one more in depth. I'm obsessed with hiring like this and hiring like this and getting sales. I call it sell, recruit, and build. The build is depth. The selling is where I make a sale, and the recruiting is where I put in width. It's all about me. I'm thinking about it nonstop. Jorge, I am overwhelmed with this business. I have very few other things I think about. I have to think about my finances. I have to think about my health. I think about my wife. I think about my children. My daughter's coming over here in about 5 minutes, and we're going down to meet with a banker. That's our finances. We'll be down at the office. If anybody's down at Treasure Island, I don't expect. What's today? Thursday? Yeah, there are some people down on Thursday. Mondays and Thursdays, we're in the office, George. We make our phone calls on Mondays and Thursdays. And then we're basically selling and recruiting. You got that little boy and that little girl you got to think of. You got to think about their food, their education, their shelter, who's going to be watching them with both eyes, how high quality a person is watching them, and narrow your vision to not much else. Okay? Every success drops your anxiety and builds your enthusiasm and ties back into your consistency, all based on commitment. Hey, Belle, would you tell people tell Robbie how you've been using this diagram the last 15 minutes while we've been talking?
So I brought it up on the art, and because the phone numbers are on there, makes it very convenient. I just went down to each of our legs, each of our nubs, and the deepest person in each one, just reaching out, texting each one of them. Some of them we've known a long time, so I texted the guys and it's like, hey, can you update me with your wife's contact? So I've been texting the wives and reaching out to them, and just rebuilding those connections and just letting people know that Jake and I are here to help them. We want to see them win. So for the last 15 minutes, that's what I've been doing.
Well, I would, if I had a daughter or an admin that was sitting right beside me, I'd hand them my phone and I'd go like, you see this picture? Add every single one of those people into my contact in this rapid funnel app. Make sense? I don't like adding in names, but if I didn't have an admin, I would be the admin, and I would add in every single one of them to rapid funnel, and I would start sending them the surveys, the videos, everything in the opportunity resource I would be putting on their butt. And then the very last resource down there is how to get started. I'll be sending them that and encouraging them to try this app and get started in this app, and I'll be showing them how it works.
Okay.
Between the Rapid Funnel app, Linda and Steve, and the ARC, the way it draws it out. Now, would you pull up Bell Krause's organization, Robbie? I want to take a quick look at that. Between those two, we need to quadruple recruiting and explode this thing. And I'm going to tell you this, George, if you will lean in, you cannot freaking fail. If you don't make six figures, it's because you're distracted with too many other things in your life. And you need to limit your attention and of your obsession. All right, shrink it so I can see it, the idea. All right, good wit. Oh, that's your number one leg. Who is that over there? Oh, that's Tim and Nikki. Good stuff. All right. Let's shrink it back. Scroll over here. Nick and Charlene. All right, that's good. All right, keep rolling over. Slowly roll over. Let me see who I got here. Mark Burrows. There we go. Look how Mark's got those two legs going. All right. This is go to current month, Robbie, and see, and then pull up Mark. I want to see where Mark is this month. Okay, all right. So no change this month. So what we're trying to do is month to month, Belle, we want to build this relationship with Daniel Cortez and Saga. Nuberio. How you say that name?
He goes by Nobu.
He goes by Nobu, and he just hired someone a little bit ago. He just got in class. He hasn't fast tracked yet. So,
all right, keep this in mind, Jake. You got Upline who wants to talk. Like, I'm desperate to getting somebody under Mark. So I'm interested in knowing who, a picture of Nobu, Daniel. Oh, Charles Fowler just got paid in the last 90 days. So that's a good time to call him up and try to find out and say, hey, man, you know anybody else could use some money? Because you got some money. You with me? Anytime there's turns green. All right, scroll back out, Robin. Let me see their group. Kind of get an idea. Guys, this is a smoking organization, in case you're wondering. See all these legs that are starting to pop in depth, and they got the fresh width. It's called fresh width and fresh depth. Hey, you know what we got to get is some greens over here. We got to take some time to get somebody that we like a lot, maybe a military person that's above an E2, you know. No offense to the E2s on board, but we need to find somebody that's, you know, maybe got a master's degree, somebody that's got an E4, E5, sergeant, master, something, one of them titles, right? Ranger, something like that. Somebody that's been in Cutco or Amway, somebody that has children and they need the money and they're smart. You can understand what they say. They got good articulation. They're not boring as snot to talk to. Okay. Good looking group. Shrink back out, Robbie. So we show people with a smoking organization. Look at that. That's a smoking organization. But me and Diane Lampy and y'all need to get one of these legs 12 deep. And it looks like Nikki Long. Do Tim Long a little bit bigger. We need to get it. Looks like I need to get over in there too. Looks like that's my best shot to get that thing 12 deep. But you're gonna want to get me working in another leg. Hey guys, family reunion coming up. How many legs do you have coming? How many organizations do you have hired? How many of your people have 2 or 3 legs coming to family reunion? It is an obsession. Hey, Rosa, your family. Mi familia. How you say family?
Mi familia, my husband, my son.
Mi familia. Familio reuniono.
¿Qué dijo?
From the family reunion.
No,
family reunion.
Family reunion. That's what I was saying. Family reunion.
¿Qué dijo? La familia, ¿qué dijo?
Please come to my house. Please come see my family. Please.
Sí, perfecto. Dile en julio,
She's going to be, so you can.
And she'll be there.
Por favor. Bring other cousins. Bring uncles and aunts and children. Bring everybody. We're going to have some good barbecue.
Okay. Perfecto.
Little body. New agency manager, kicking butt, taking names. Actually skip straight to district manager. All right, guys. Love y'all. Hope this helped. Let's do it again sometime. George, good spending time with you. Andy Riddle, Cats, give my man some energy. Let's go. See y'all. Love y'all. I'm out. Bye.